Language is a powerful tool that we use every day to communicate, express ourselves, and connect with others. However, the way we use language can vary greatly depending on the context in which we find ourselves. Hi, my name is Ahmad Amar Khairun Nashif bin Abdul Rauf from PISMP 2328, and today I will be discussing the different contexts of English language use. It is consists of situational, cultural, and interpersonal. So why understanding English different contexts is crucial for us? Understanding this context is crucial for effective communication as it helps us to adapt our language to suit different situations and audience. So by examining this context, we can gain a deeper appreciation of how language functions and how we can use it more effectively in our daily life. In this presentation, I will illustrate each context with selected images and explain the significance of each. We will explore one by one on how language is used in specific situations, how it reflects cultural norms and traditions, and how it helps to build and maintain personal and professional relationships. As you guys can see, in this image, we see a teacher instructing students in the classroom. So, this is an example of situational context where language is used to convey specific information and instructions. So, can you guys imagine a classroom where a teacher is at the front guiding students through various lessons? The way language is used in such a setup is tailored specifically to facilitate learning and communication between the students and the teacher. So, when we talk about language in a classroom, it typically adopts a formal and instructional style. This is essential because it helps to convey a clear message and information. For example, a teacher might say to the students, "Please turn your textbook to page 42," or "Can someone provide me an explanation of the main idea in this paragraph?" So, these specific phrases are designed to achieve certain outcomes, to get students to follow the instruction or to engage in academic discussion in the class. Language in situational contexts such as classroom serve a functional purpose. It is used to inform, to explain, and guide. This is not just this is not just limited to classroom. We actually can find similar language functions in workplaces or healthcare settings. For example, um, maybe you guys are familiar with the Malaysian drama where there is a business meeting. Language is used to employ as a tool to discuss ongoing projects, strategize future plans, or make key decisions. So here, the focus may be on collaboration, problem solving, and achieving goals, such as a millionaire project. So, on the other hand, in medical consultations, healthcare professionals use language to communicate effective diagnostic information and treatment plans to their patients. This precise choice of word is crucial in these scenarios to ensure that patients understand their health situation and what steps they need to take. Understanding the situational context is vital because it equips us to choose the right language and tone for effective communication. In an educational environment, the communication tends to lean toward a more formal and structured approach. This structure helps students to grasp complex ideas and participate actively in their learning journey, whereas in a workplace discussion, the language may shift to more collaborative tone, encouraging teamwork and collective decision making. So, why it is important to use situational context and to understand this situational context? because understanding the situational context help us to choose the appropriate language and tone. For example, in the classroom, the language is more formal and structured. So, as a teacher, future teacher, we need to know the proper tone and the proper structure that we need to use to teach our students. So, based on this picture, can you guys guess which celebration are this? It is Eid al-Fitr, or maybe Hari Raya for Muslims around the globe. It marks the end of Ramadan, the holy month of fasting. This occasion is not just about food and festivities, it is deeply rooted in cultural and religious significance. During Eid al-Fitr, Muslims comes together to celebrate, express gratitude, and share in the joy of the occasion. One of the most common greetings exchanged during this time is Eid Mubarak, but in Malaysia, we we use Selamat Hari Raya, which carries the same meaning. These phrases serve more than just a social function. They embody the values and traditions that are essential to this festival. Language plays a crucial role in cultural context, particularly at gatherings and celebrations like Eid. It acts as a vehicle for expressing our identity and heritage. The way we communicate, the greetings we share, and the stories we tell during such occasions help to preserve our cultural practice. For example, when a family and friends come together to celebrate, they often recount stories, share experience, and maybe they pass down traditions through language. So this exchange strengthens familial bonds and foster a sense of community because usually in Hari Raya or Eid al-Fitr, Muslim makes an open house where they invite a lot of people to come and eat. So religious ceremonies are another instance where language takes on a significant role. Specific prayers and rituals are performed in conjunction with celebration. It is often it is often using traditional language pertinent to the cultural background of the community involved. In this moment, the language not only serves as a means of communication, but also as a historical record, which is reflecting the lineage and beliefs of the people. Understanding the cultural context in which language operates is essential for fostering respect and appreciation of diversity. When we take the time to learn about the significance of expression and practices used during celebrations like Eid, we actually promote an atmosphere of cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. It show us that we know about the cultural and the sensitivity that we shouldn't break down. So this awareness helps to uh, break down the barriers and between the different communities and societies, and it is also encourage us to recognize the richness of our difference and find common ground in our shared humanity. So cultural celebration varies, but cultural celebrations can vary significantly from one community to another, and language often evolves to reflect those differences. For instance, while Eid Mubarak is used in many Muslim majority countries, various local dialects and language also contribute unique twists to the greeting. This showcases the adaptability of language in response to cultural practice and community identities. So the importance of celebration, especially Eid al-Fitr, serve as a vibrant display of how language and culture intersect within a meaningful context. The greetings that we share and the stories that are passed down are integral to nurturing our cultural heritage. As we all know, many races are involved, not only just for the Muslim, but Chinese and Indians also celebrate this celebration. So it is important to recognize that every expression carries the weight of history, beliefs, and shared experiences. So by appreciating these nuances, we take a significant step towards promoting social cohesion and better understanding among diverse cultures. Whether through oral traditions or the greetings that we exchange, language remains a vital part of our cultural fabric. It helps us to connect, celebrate, and preserve our identities. Now we're moving on to the last context, which is interpersonal. So as you guys can see, this is an image of me having a meeting with YM Kuno Faizul. So it is just for example only. So we are focusing on interpersonal context right now, specifically on how language is essential to build professional relationships, particularly in academic settings. So imagine a scene where a student is having a meeting with a lecturer. So this picture illustrate the use of language to foster these professional connections. So during such meetings, the language used tends to be more formal, but still carries a conversational tone, as the aim is to discuss academic matters or seek advice. For example, students or me, I might start the conversation by, I would like to discuss my recent program on for hostel, or maybe could you provide some feedback for my research proposal? So such phrases reflect an approach that values clear communication and respect, which are crucial for cultivating a productive relationship within an academic environment. Language plays a pivotal role in this interpersonal context. It is not just about speaking, but it is actually involves active listening, responding in a way that shows understanding, and using empathy to build rapport. So this kind of communication helps ensure that interactions are positive and constructive. So when we look beyond the academic realm, we can see interpersonal context in various situations. For instance, when we chat with our friends, their language tends to be more casual and relaxed. Just like, hey Lukman, hey Farish, have you eaten? Eat already? So here the tone is friendly and the vocabulary used is often informal. This kind of communication strengthens the bonds among the friends, making it easier to express feeling or share experiences. Another context where interpersonal language is vital is during networking events. In these scenarios, individuals use specific language to establish connection and to exchange information. The goal is to leave a positive impression and to foster relationships that could lead to future collaborations or opportunities. So, understanding these nuances within this interpersonal context is very crucial for effective communication on personal level. So when we grasp these dynamics, we become better equipped to build trust with others. This understanding enables us to show genuine empathy, which is fundamental during interactions. By being mindful of our language and how we communicate, we can engage in more meaningful conversations. As we navigate through various interpersonal contexts, we should remember that the significance of our word and how they can either breach or create gaps in relationships. Effective communicators know how to adapt their language to suit different situations, whether in a formal academic meeting or a casual chat with a friend. So, uh, the interpersonal context surrounds us daily and has a profound impact on how we connect with others, whether we are dealing with academic inquiries or social interactions. Being aware of how we use language can enhance our relationships. The emphasis should always be on clear, respectful communication, as this lays the foundation for trust and productive engagements. So next time when you are in a conversation, consider how your choice of words can influence the relationship you are building with the person on the other end. Engaging actively and empathetically can transform a simple interaction into a meaningful experiences for both personally and professionally. In summary, we have seen how English language use varies across different contexts, situational, cultural, and interpersonal. Each context requires us a different approach for language use, reflecting the purpose and setting of the communication. Understanding this context helps us to communicate more effectively and appropriately in various situations. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation has provided you with a better understanding of the different contexts of English language use. I am now open to any questions that you guys may have.